Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Yarncore DIY and I am Rhonda and this is another Yarncore vlog, and today we are going to focus on organizing some boxes of yarn that I have in the garage. I think I have mentioned them in a few videos in the past, and they are just full of yarn and full of projects and probably stuff that I'm never going to pick up again. So we are just gonna bring those in, which they aren't very big, but yarn, when it's like worked up, it takes up a lot of space. Um, and just go through that and decide if I'm gonna frog or finish. So that's the plan for today. So I have brought my boxes in. I have one that is a Tupperware, so I'm going to start with that one and see if I can use that to store the yarn that I do end up keeping. I have a lot of like bags in this Tupperware. I have this thing that all of my old, like an old bedding set came in, and it's just filled with yarn. So what we're gonna do is I got all of that out from the Tupperware, and it's, well, a little tote, I guess. It's not really a Tupperware. It's a tote, not really a Tupperware. I don't know. But that is empty now, and we are going to start going through and seeing if I'm going to frog or keep or what. And I found a whole brand new skein of black yarn, which I've bought so much black yarn, and I use black a lot, just because of the aesthetic. And now I know I have like a whole brand new one right here. It's been in my garage, following me probably from California or San Antonio. I don't know, because these boxes have come all the way, like some of these projects have come all the way from California when I first like tried to reignite my passion for crocheting again while I was in the military. And I made a few things, didn't really go anywhere, and then I just stopped. And that's kind of what my habit was. So I'm gonna hold on to this because I can use black yarn all the time. Unfortunately, I probably will never find this lot number again. Um, just because of how old this is. I wonder if there's any way is there anywhere on the label where you can see how old or when it was made? Number 100, 2010. This yarn is 15 years old. So that's cool. So as you can see, this first box is a lot of like yarn that is either already balled up or like kind of started on stuff, but I'm going to do my best. Sorry if that bag crinkling is making a lot of noise. I'm going to do my best to like cake it up and get it into this Tupperware. So any yarn I do find that is like this or like this, I will end up caking up, and just because it'll probably store better that way. And it's kind of like there's a lot in here that is just like flopping around, and I don't want it all over the place. So I'm gonna start doing that and let you know how that goes. Okay, so all of this just needs to get caked, so I'm going to start on that because yeah, a lot of it doesn't even have labels, and I don't know what brand it is or how old it is, and but it is all still in good condition. So I am going to keep almost all of it, if not all of it. So I'm just going to get started on that. I have a lot of white and black yarn, so I obviously have a color preference. So I'm pretty sure that this is Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn, just based off of the bag it's in with all the other ones. I think at the time where I was living in California, Hobby Lobby was the closest store to me, and I didn't know they sucked yet, so I still bought from them. Another white one.
This is the biggest stack a few times because they've had the biggest stack.
So if it's already bald, I'm not gonna waste time caking it up because it's already bald. It's already compact. Why bother? Again, I think most of this is Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. There seems to be quite a bit, um, just based on the texture and stuff. And I've been working with yarn a lot lately, and I can tell that I can feel it. I might be wrong because I am not, can't go back and look at the labels, but pretty sure at the time I was in California, and the closest thing to me where I was living was a Hobby Lobby, and so I just bought a lot of Hobby Lobby yarn. And yep, some of it was gifted to me, so that stuff I have no idea. But the stuff that I recognize, pretty sure is from Hobby Lobby. Okay, so I have uh, reached a point where I'm at a rat's nest, and I have to tear it all apart. I might just cut it because I don't really know if I have the patience to sit here and go through all of this yarn. But um, I don't know. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna try and untangle some. I found when I was going to do a tapestry blanket. I don't remember what I was making. I think it was gonna be a King 810 blanket. Oh, this yarn is so soft after being. Anyways, but I'm not gonna keep this. I'm just gonna toss this because it's literally this, and I just like I said, I have enough black yarn. I have a whole skein that I just found. I don't need to keep this. So if I can get this untangled from each other. So I am finding projects in this bag. There was a point, there was a point in 2020 where I was making um, Among Us characters. This is, I think, part of it. Um, this little guy who never got put together. Go into the trash. Just a random granny square. I'm gonna keep it because you can always connect granny squares to stuff, and it doesn't matter if they match. You could do like all kinds of stuff. So going in the bucket. Um, this was a beanie I was making because I was just trying to get rid of this black yarn, but then I didn't have enough to finish it. The yarn has like a spider web inside of it, so and the it's not very good, but it is already tied off and everything, so I don't want to have to go in there and undo it. And like I said, I already have too much yarn, so I'm going to frog and not keep this. So, this, however, I am going to keep because it is super cute and it is in October, and I am going to finish this and this is my candy corn beanie. So I'm gonna keep this out, keep this whole skein out. I will end up finishing it probably sometime this week. Just so ow! I need to get a new computer chair. But yeah, love the candy corn beanie, so I'm gonna keep that. And we continue in my my hoarder personality. I did keep the labels, just not with the yarns. So and these are different lot numbers, so I don't know why I even did that because they aren't in the yarn. But now I have a big empty bag. Oh wait. See, look, another granny square. Now I have a big empty bag that I can throw the projects that I'm not going to keep into. So that is the plan. And it is a Hobby Lobby bag. So Garbaggio goes in there now. So this is one of the first ever crochet tops I ever made. Uh, you could tell it's one, I made it with acrylic, and I've gotten much bigger. But it's just really stretchy, and the way I connected these straps is not very good. But it is a completed top. I am going to keep it, never to wear, but just as an example of how much better I've gotten, because I've actually made this top again in Lily Sugar and Cream, and it's much better. And it's still like I could wear it and not have to worry about it. The straps are a different style. It's just so much better. So this I will keep, but it's not like a keeping it because I'm going to finish it. It's just like a progress type of keeping thing. This is a really cool yarn. Taqueria. Taqueria. I found my giant hook.
Those are my nephew's purchases. So it's your nephew's. Yeah. Like, why would your nephew be on a car?
And there's so much space that I don't think I'm gonna have to worry about getting another bucket. Okay, so this is too big for my yarn winder, so it's just gonna stay. It's just gonna stay the way it is and get you back in the bucket. Oh, it takes up so much space though. I don't even know if I'm ever gonna use it, but I don't want to toss it because I might use it. So, but I am through the bedding. Oh my god, why is my hair so crazy? I am through the bedding bag. I have gotten through that. It is now time to move into the other box, which that box is all my projects. Okay, so made it to the box. I made it to the box of actual projects, and I'm going to start going through them because I'm pretty sure most of them are going to get thrown away because I have not looked at them since I lived in California, which is now going on 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 years. So if I have not touched these projects for 8 years, I'm going to toss them. And so the first one is, and this was my first lesson in commission work. Somebody asked me if I would make them an American flag like Afghan, and I bought the yarn and started making it, and then I told them how much it was going to cost, and they were like, "What? I'll just buy the yarn." And I was like, "No, I'm not doing that. Like, look how big this is. Like, it's huge." They wanted it to be like a twin size blanket, if not bigger. Um, so I just stopped working on it. Another reason I'm not going to keep this is because it's got like dirt and like oil from being moved around, and I'm never going to finish this. I have no desire to have an American flag blanket. The yarn is all gross and there's like stuff all over it, so this is going in the trash. This, I think I started a blanket. Look, I was really into making blankets or starting blankets and not finishing them. Trying to figure out where the end is. I think I'll keep this because I do have the yarn that I was working from in here still in this box. So I think I'm going to frog this. This will be frogged, and then I will keep the yarn with the. It's almost a full skein. If I keep this and that, I'll just have to do a connection to it. But yeah, so not gonna finish it, not gonna frog it, but I am going to repurpose the yarn.
Long-term plan tailored just to you. They're with you all the way through the whole journey, not just dropping some cookie cutter advice and running off. And the best part? No predatory hourly keto trap.
I already had to split this blanket in two cakes because it was too big. There's not enough for me to justify making a third cake, but I am getting messy. It's getting too big for this one, so I gotta try and figure this out. Hopefully I can. Oh, it's getting too heavy. It's getting too fat to spin. Oh my god. Barely made it. Barely made it. Okay. So that unfinished blanket made this. And boom. The next thing. Again, I think I was trying to make a blanket. I wanted like a picnic table blanket. I don't know what the blue stripe was in the middle, like creative freedom. I was wanting to make something like this recently, and I was like, I don't know how to do that. That looks too hard. Obviously not, because I've already done it. So I just need to. I'm gonna kind of like frog this a little and see how I did it. Um, okay, I was just carrying my yarn, a lot of yarn carrying. Um, but no, I'm not gonna save this yarn because I have a lot of these colors in general. I don't have any of this, so this wouldn't be enough to do anything with. So not gonna frog, not gonna finish. I'm gonna toss it. I said frog or finish, and I'm not doing that with any of them. Well, actually, I did frog that blanket. So see. I do have a lot of beanies in here, which they're just a little dusty, but they're still good. I was really into split beanies for a little bit. I like the thick skull caps. This is obviously like a bulky 6 yarn that I made. I still have the rest of this yarn. I already put it in here, so I'm gonna keep these. Just gonna throw them in the bucket. I was making a mermaid tail for somebody, and then they moved. They also did the thing where they didn't want to. They just want to pay for the yarn. So, lesson I keep learning over and over again is that is not a thing. So, not gonna keep this. I don't know anybody with. Actually, no. I know a few people with babies. But if I'm gonna make them something, I'm gonna make them something fresh. Hello, so right around here, I discovered while editing that my microphone must have died. I'm just showing you guys a few more projects that I found, like this skull shawl that I made, like 5, 6 years ago. But I made it and then I never finished it, and I was gonna give it to someone, I think, but they didn't want it, or I just never finished it. I don't know. It was before I was doing commissions and before I was actually making stuff for people all the time. So trying it on, seeing if it's worth saving. I think I ended up keeping this because it is a really cool pattern and I want to finish it. I do have the yarn and I know where to find it. So that is something that I might do. But yeah, so the rest of the video is going to be voiceover because my microphone died. And I am sorry about that. But now you get to hear me in a more clear voice. So, as I was saying before, I was really into making blankets, and this black and gray and white was just going to be a different version of continuous granny square. I ended up never finishing it, and this one was connected to like a big knot of things. So, I'm not sure. I ended up cutting the yarn from this, which I really hate cutting from the project, but it just wasn't worth trying to untangle everything. So that worked out a lot better. And the yarn is so many different colors of gray and black and everything that I can continue to save this. So I am going to save that blanket, and I just put it over to the side. But everything else in this box was stuff that I had started making and just never finished. I was trying to decide if I just wanted to donate the yarn or actually throw it away, because this blanket, although really cool, it is made to be like a sleeping bag, and I don't even like weaving in the ends of projects that I'm working on now, so I'm not going to go back for this one. So yeah, I'm just going to throw it away. So here is where I found where everything had met. It was a bunch of different types of yarns all tangled together. I spent about 20 minutes trying to get it untangled. I got maybe one gray ball and one black ball from it. But outside of that, I just did not have the patience, and I have enough of those colors, so I just decided to cut my losses, cut what I could, and throw it away. So this was a project that my grandma had me do, and I kept one for myself because I really loved the pattern. I love the little mushrooms, and it's just a dish towel that you can just hook onto your like stove handle and just have next to you or onto a drawer, and you can just use it anytime you want. I want to make more, but I need to find more retro looking patterns on the towels, or else I just am not really a fan of it without. I don't like the way it looks on modern towels. But the combination of the crochet, I kind of wish I would have done it in cotton yarn so it'll last longer, but who cares? But the combination of crochet and retro patterns really gets me. So that was my last project. As you can see, I compressed from 2 boxes down into 1 tote, and there's only a few little stragglers, but thank you for sticking around even with the voiceover mishap, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, like and comment, and I will be back next week with another video, going back to my normal vlog style. So thank you, bye!